Yibs, Michelle.
Hey guys, this is Sims and Wins, and welcome back to another episode of our Sims 4 Build a City Challenge. So, I do have some updates for you guys, just evolving these things that I noticed very quickly. Did I see another one? No. Okay, so first things first, I made some changes to the house in between episodes. I made it a bit bigger because there's 8 Sims in this household. I rearranged the back a little bit to be a little bit more visually appealing. So we've got 3 bedrooms, so this toilet up here, I want you to imagine that it's just a privy, like it's just a bucket on the floor behind a wall. Okay, it's not really a bathroom. All right, let's just imagine. Let's use our imaginations for a bit. Lots of beds because I love lots of kids. Actually, this toddler bed needs to go because at least the little toddler has turned into a child. I have not dealt with their clothing yet. I need to, but I have not dealt with their clothing. So we're going to leave the toys. One of them has to take the toys with them when they leave, when the little girls leave, because I feel like the toys should be kind of passed down rather than, oh, I don't have enough money. Well, I do. I have some stuff in his inventory that he can sell. The farmhand has a lot of stuff in his inventory, but because he's going to marry one of the teenagers, I'm like keeping it for him as like a dowry so he can go start on his own. But they don't have money for another bed, so they'll be fine. They'll be moving out soon. So that's the second update. The second update is that Genevieve and Caroline are going to become teenagers in a couple of hours. Probably very soon. Did she cook? Okay. So everybody's got to come eat. Can you like call them to the meal? Please? Call everyone to the meal, please. You don't get another one. Okay. Someone is not going to get. Okay, she didn't get, so she's going to have that one. She went to have a second one. Oh, Caroline is going through a phase. She's having a mean streak. All right, what else? So Caroline and Genevieve will be turning into teenagers. The toddler is no longer a toddler. We have a vampire at our door. I think that is it. The family's doing quite well, but I am ready for our farmhand to finally marry Genevieve here. He is I chose Genevieve for him kind of randomly, just because they had their room together. I moved the bed now, but they were sharing a room when the toddler was in there because there was no space in this room. So I feel like they shared a room. They might as well get married. Everything he has in his inventory will be given to him as a dowry for taking one of the children off of their plates, you know. And he will be starting his own household shortly. But I'm just waiting for the girls to grow up. All right, the girls are finally aging up. So Caroline is good and a snob. I'm not really sure what I want to do with her. I guess she could be a cook because she's kind of snobbish. That's Caroline. And I'm just wondering, what is she going to look like? This is Genevieve. Genevieve is lazy and paranoid. Oh no, maybe I should rethink who the farmhand is going to take. Maybe he'll take Caroline instead, because Genevieve is going to be like the problem child. You know, they had 5 kids. You know, you can't have every child be a normal child. One of them is going to be maladjusted, and I feel like that's Genevieve, unfortunately. So I'm not... I don't know what to do with Genevieve. I guess I could just make her someone who talks to animals all day, I guess. Ah, that's not good. Okay, so I had planned on marrying him to Genevieve, but I think I'm going to give him Caroline. He doesn't want Genevieve. Genevieve is paranoid and lazy. What is he going to do with Genevieve? Genevieve's going to stay home with her mom. Okay, so now what am I looking for? I need somewhere to dress her. I want to, like, change her a bit. Okay, while people are aging up, so let's change her a little bit. Give her, like, a little look, and we'll be back. All right, so Genevieve and Caroline have been given a little small makeover, not a big one, a little makeover. And now it is time for me to try to get this household needs under control. Wait until morning, give them a little wedding here, and then move them into their new house. So I'll see you there. I have a major update this episode. First, I renovated the house again. So I added kind of, I want you to imagine that this isn't a toilet. This is a, what do they call it? Privy? Like a bucket. Okay, just imagine that it's a bucket in their room. Okay, there's not enough beds for the amount of people that we have due to money problems, but we're rotating beds. Okay, so there's still the 5 kids and the farmhand. Now I rearranged the farm a little bit, put the animals a little bit nicely, rearranged the house a little bit. It's looking okay. Now we are done with babies. We're out of the toddler stage. So we've got 2 teenagers now in the house, Caroline and Genevieve, and 3 children, Stefan, Charlotte, and Elise. Now, the problem is that I had planned on marrying Genevieve off to the farmhand, and you can't see because my face is in the way, but Genevieve is paranoid and lazy. So, like medieval people, sometimes kids came out normal, and sometimes kids came out, not, what is the word, the politically correct word for this? Neurotypical, right? And back then it was kind of stigmatized, right? So we're going to pretend that poor little Genevieve here is not neurotypical, and she's going to be stigmatized, and she's probably not going to get married. Okay, unless they pay, oh, there's my dryer. Unless they pay a huge dowry, which they cannot. So ultimately, he's going to marry Caroline. Now, Caroline has better traits. Caroline is more fit to be a wifey. So I'm going to have them marry off, go start their own household, and I'll finish up the sim week with this family before moving to the next household. Robert, as his dowry for marrying Caroline, is getting a bunch of crops to start his own garden with, as well as being able to sell them so that he could build her a nicer house. So he's set to marry Caroline, and he's kind of being paid to take her out of the house. Less mouths to feed. All right, so I'll come back with an update when I have one. All right, so I have officially finished this family sim week. So I chose not to do the wedding here for Caroline and the farmhand. I forgot his name. I chose to move them out. They'll handle that when they get to their lot. I kind of fixed up the situation here because everyone's needs were low, so everyone's fine now. The Grim Reaper has glitched out here and he's not leaving the house, and I don't know like how to delete him. There's like no, I've resetted him so many times. He's not leaving. I can't delete him. I don't know what to do. So if you have any tips on that, please let me know. Also, unfortunate news, I forgot that in the beginning of the series, I had made it so that there is no safe woohoo, that any woohoo you have has a chance of producing a baby, and now this lady's pregnant again. So, God. Yeah, so let's go see what the new lovebirds in the town are doing. Okay, so quick note, I just want to say that I finally went about and emptied all the lots in this neighborhood, except for the park. I don't know if I'll keep it. We'll see. And I have moved, what's their face? I have no idea what their names are. Robert Forrest and Caroline Richardson to this small lot over here. And I'm going to be attempting to build them a very small house. So let's start. Alright guys, so this is like a solid 3 weeks later from the last clip. I've actually been waiting for Growing Together to come out. It's the 16th, and it turns out I can't buy it. For some reason, EA Play is not accepting my credit card. Like, I don't know why. I called the bank. I was like, yo, why are y'all declining my game? I've been waiting for this game. And they're like, it's not us declining it. Like, your account is fine. And then I tried again, and it's still not accepting my card, and I don't have another payment method. So I'm gonna like think about what I'm gonna do about that eventually, I guess. Anyway, So the update dropped though, the infant update, so I can't wait to get to that. But I built the couple, Robert and Caroline, a very tiny house with very few things because they did not have a lot of money. He is going to start a farm now so that they can have some money at some point. And the problem is I've been afraid to play, and I am still kind of afraid to play because I had to remove all my mods, so I'm waiting for the mods to come up with updates because she's still a teenager, so she can't do anything with him technically. Whereas with my mods, I could have made it so that they could have romantic interactions, but she can't. She can't get pregnant right now. So I've been putting off playing. I think I'm just gonna focus just an hour or two on just grinding skills and the farm, and then I'll put the game down until the mods get updated, and then eventually I'll come back to it, and hopefully have growing together as well. We'll see.
Wuniyabu.
Turinga.
Alright, so guys, it's the next day. I have some good news. I updated my game. I updated the mods, so the MCC mod. I did manage to get Caroline and Robert to have a romantic relationship. I also managed to buy growing together, so I'm eager to have an infant in the house. So I do think Caroline is pregnant. Yes, she is. And her sister Genevieve just came over, so they're chatting. I think I mentioned yesterday the house that I built them, very small, tiny house. Couple of fruit. They're a little poor, so we'll see how this is going to go. But for now, they do have things to eat, so they're not dying. Ignore the clothing. He's in warm weather clothing. Let's get him back into his regular outfit here. Lovely. And yeah. So I'm just going to keep playing, grinding a little bit, having an infant in the house soon, I'm hoping, and getting the family funds a little bit higher.
Dear koi.
Shima?
Ah,
Okay, so we were playing Caroline and her husband Forrest, Robert Forrest, and they had two kids, Wendy and apparently May, because I must have left while she was pregnant. So she apparently had another baby while I was gone, an infant and a newborn. Okay, and while I was playing them, this lady, I knew I'd left her pregnant, and she decided to give birth to another set of twins. Even though I removed the lot trait that gives you twins, she still had another set of twins. This lady has 7 kids total, and this has been a nightmare to play. We married off one of her teenagers, but it's time to marry off Genevieve somehow. Genevieve was like the problematic one, the non-neurotypical one, okay. And what I've decided to do with her is, this is going to be really bad. She met one of the people that I think came with the magic update. This is really ugly guy who's married to someone who looks really old. I think they're both adults. And what I think I'm gonna play this off as is his wife is infertile and he's looking to have a second wife. And they've got quite a bit of funds, so they're going to pay him an okay dowry, not an expensive dowry, because she is going to be the second wife. She's not going to be the first wife. And I think I'll move them into the neighborhood. I think I'm going to set a rule that you can move in townies if you manage to get them to move in. But you can't use create a Sims unless you've unlocked the Sim. I have not yet unlocked a create a Sim, but I think that's what I'm going to do with Genevieve here to get rid of her. Ugh, what is her makeup? What is this? Ugh, I must have forgotten to fix the pajamas, the sleepwear. Ugh, anyway, so what has happened here? So Genevieve is in the middle of her teenage years. Stefan, the only son up until now, because now they have a son named Frederick, one of the twins. So the youngest are the new twins, Frederick, a son, and Brienne. Up until they were born, Stefan was the only son, and he came out with the worst. And I really mean the worst genes. Like, this guy is just a mess. Like, he looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I don't know. This girl, what was her name again? Charlotte. She looks okay. She's their only, well, her and Elise were the only dark-haired children. She's actually pretty. If, well, she's actually pretty with the right makeup on. Elise is still a child, and then they have the twins. So it's time to get rid of Genevieve, and then I'll set her into her house with her husband and his first wife. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so ultimately I couldn't do what I said I was going to do by marrying Genevieve off with that other Sim who I thought was just married with no children, because he ultimately has children. So I'm going to wait until I unlock another creative Sim before marrying her off. I played another Sim week with this family. I updated the house a little bit, added an extra room. They've got two girls. One is a toddler, Wendy, and the other one is still an infant, May, and she is going to become a toddler very soon. All of them unlocked their milestones. Wendy got the trait, that special trait, like great toddler, great infant, whatever it was. And yeah, he's working on his handiness so he can max it out so that I can unlock create a Sim, possibly also create a community lot selling furniture. It's kind of, the neighborhood's not really big enough for that to make sense yet, so let's unlock another Sim first, have another family, and then we'll think about adding a community lot. And yeah, that's basically all that happened this Sim week. So now we're going to go back to the horrendous family that takes forever to play through because there's like a full 8 Sim household there. And I'll see you there. All right, so I'm playing the original family, and I've decided to do something a little evil. So we're playing like almost pre-Middle Ages, and I figured, Sims died all the time, right? So I rolled numbers for each family from 1 through 100, and I said if it was between 1 and 5, Sims would die from a disease. The plague, malaria, I don't know, okay? They're gonna die. And unfortunately, unfortunately, 2 Sims rolled 5 out of 100. One was 1 and one was 5, and it was Elise, the child here, and the little infant here, Frederick. So we're gonna kill them, I think. Now, I'm going to do this with MC Command Center. Let's see. Death by... died from poison, I think is what we're going to do. Rabid rodent. We'll go with rabid rodent fever, because I guess that sounds the most plaguey. So yeah, she's dead. Do we not get a gravestone for them? Oh, we might not get a gravestone. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, we don't get a gravestone. I would have liked a gravestone. Okay, that's bad. Okay, and The little infant here. The little infant is going to die too. Oh wait, can I not do that? How do I get to MC Command Center? Oh, maybe I can't. No, I don't think I can. So we'll just leave the infant alone. I feel better leaving the infants alone anyway. Okay. So yeah, those two, that Elise is dead though, but no one gets upset by that. I was hoping that it would be an actual death. Like that Sims would be upset. No one is upset about Elise dying. Okay, well, we lost a sim. We're down a sim because of the plague. Okay, so I'll keep playing this sim week. And I will probably do a role like that every sim week for every family from now on.
Oh, yes. Yes. Ah, there. Oh, koi ba. Viva.
Kankaro Uvane. Chama Kazoo.
Hey guys, so unfortunately, this is me months down the line now, almost a year actually. Almost a year has gone by. I have been to and came back from New York. I spent 3 months in New York, was working, passed through the winter of Greece. I wasn't down here because it was cold down here. It is now November, and most of those clips are from March. And unfortunately, what I noticed as I was editing this episode, trying to get this out because it's a super old episode, I noticed that a lot of the clips have mic issues. Even now, I can hear it. Something is like this thing clicks. I don't know if it's like just not, like maybe it's just not stable. Like, will that prevent the clicking now? Maybe it will. Does it still click? Anyway, so it had mic issues. Some of them were even mute because I accidentally pressed the button. Actually, let me make sure. Did I press the button? No. Okay. All right, so it's on. And I have so much footage that shows what was going on. It was me explaining what was going on, and it's gone. And there's some other families that I have to explain. So let's take a look here. Where is the family tree here? My face is always in the way. I can never get to the freaking family tree. 1 second. Okay, so let's remind ourselves here what is going on. I also need a big refresher too because I have no idea. So Thomas Richardson and Kim are the founders. Thomas is the big founder. He married Kim. They had like 7 children. So one of them is dead, Elise. I remember killing her with the plague because every time I enter a household, I roll between 1 and 100. If it's under 5, I kill them. So she's dead. Genevieve is married. I'll explain that later. Stefan is one of their only sons. Actually, he is their only son, I believe. And he is not wed, apparently. Caroline is dead. Why is she dead? I mean, she was probably killed by the plague, I guess. I must have rolled for her to die, and she died. She had a family, it's sad. Okay, I know that this guy, Frederick, I want to say I killed him. I want to say he rolled something bad and he died intentionally. I don't know. She's a child and she is Charlotte. She is the family I'm playing now. So Charlotte is married to Gregory. This is a creative sim I just made and paired her with. They have not had children yet. This is their home. She is just doing errands around the village, from what I can understand. I haven't played at all. I just got into the game, honestly. And he is fishing and doing a little gardening, things like that. He mostly beekeeping as well, it seems. So that's them. And now, let me take a look at the other family. I don't even know if I played like their. Did I finish their sim week? Okay, so we have Andersons. Okay, these Richardsons. Why did I kill off? Because I know that Caroline was married to him, Robert, the farmhand. But she died, and I guess she left him with 2 children. He needs to get remarried. So who are we going to pair him with is the question. And then there's also... Where are they? Wait a minute. Okay, so this was a long story. So basically, the Blackwoods. Who is he, though? Crester Olafson. Okay, so basically, she is Rachel and this other dude are Sims I made that were an infertile couple, and the man was looking for a second wife. So I remember, I think I was saying at some point in this episode that I was going to pair off Genevieve with this man as his second wife. Well, it turns out that she did bear him 2 children, except that his wife was also very jealous, did not like that he remarried. Eventually he dies because he's significantly older, and she throws the first wife, throws the second wife out, Genevieve. That's why Genevieve is living alone over here. And then the second wife, upon becoming widowed, gets remarried, and I think it turns out that she's actually not infertile. It's just that they were not compatible, I guess, or something like that. So she ends up having a child with this guy. Now, I don't know if I found this guy. Is he a townie? Did I make him? I have no clue what's going on. Let's see what else. So that explains them. Robert, I have to find him a new wife. And these guys, I don't know if I ended up finding someone for Stefan. I know I was looking for someone for Stefan. Okay, so basically, where we're at now is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 households to play through. I don't remember the order I was doing it in. I know that when I came into the game, I was here with them. So I don't know what order I'm supposed to be doing this in. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to let you guys kind of chill with this information because I don't want to restart the challenge. I just want to kind of continue where I was. In between episodes, I'm probably going to buy the horse ranch pack because I think it kind of matches. I would love the horses here, obviously. And then I'll continue once I buy the horse ranch pack. But this is where we are so far, okay? It's still kind of second gen stuff. Second generation are adults now. That's basically it. Not too much progress has been made. Forgive me for the huge wait. I'm sorry that I'm always yawning. I'm back and playing. And I also have big news for next episode. So sorry to leave you on that cliffhanger. I hope you have a great day or night, whatever it is in your part of the world. Take care and bye-bye.